What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning back in. Chase Games here, and today, wow, there is a lot to talk about, and I'm a little bit rushed tonight. And guys, if it were like before, I would make like 8 videos about what's going on and what I want to talk about, but I'm gonna try to throw most of it into one. So we just got the in-game announcement about I want to say Final Fantasy IX, Dragon Quest IX. Coming to the game Thursday. Everything comes out on Thursday. Probably 11 p.m. There's no reason to believe that it won't, but also I think just every once in a while they like to throw a wrench in things. But anyway, 11 p.m. on Thursday this week, we will get Dragon Quest IX, and it's going to come with 2 scout units at the same time, 2 different banners, same A rank, who... Before I forget, let me bring him up. Alright, so I'm looking at Google Translate here. I don't think they have anything in-game about him yet. So that's not going to be his name, Upapalon. I'm pretty sure it's going to be something else. But not only is he going to do this new Mella's Frizz, I'm pretty sure. It's been a long time since I've cared about the JP element names. I'm pretty sure Mella is Frizz. He's going to do Frizz Force, which is just, you take 20% less Frizz damage, and Frizz damage that you do does an extra 20%. So if you don't deal Frizz damage, it's not increasing anything, but you'll still take 20% less. I think it does it in an AoE pattern as well. Yeah, you'll see he's got tackle, some light physical damage, 110% physical damage, and I believe it moves him 2 squares closer to the enemy. Unless there's an obstacle between. Puts it says 1 unit into the Frizz Force status for 3 turns, but it has an AoE pattern here, so I think it's just whatever it hits gets 1 stack. I don't know if... We'll find out real soon. I don't know if it's something that stacks. I have no reason to believe it one way or another. It's a 20% boost, which makes me think that it won't stack, but then again, evasion is 20%, and that stacks up to 3 times. So, we'll find out. If it stacks, this force might be kind of a bigger deal than I thought. We're going to find out. And then he's got a 210% physical damage. It's Frizz damage. All enemies and attack. It's like the B rank... skeleton that gets that bang type move that hits in front. Well, it's just the unit in front of them and 1 to each side. It is 210% physical potency though, which is pretty good. I don't know what this guy's attack thing is going to be like, but we have to go look at his awakenings. The first one is translated as solid attack. When you attack with physical, you will be in a protected state. This is really hard to understand in the translation. Third awakening, he gets rare HP recovery, which is good. 5th is HP plus 30, which it's better than something useless, I guess. Alright, so about that first awakening thing. So it says he will be in a state of protection. Unlike the traditional role, you can protect your allies while contributing to the firepower, so there is no waste in movement. However, HP and defensive power, not so high. So, anyway, I think this is working the same as Rose Garden, except it's not just the first 3 turns. He needs to use a physical skill, which I imagine means not his Frizz Force move. But if he attacks something, I believe he's going to use probably cover. I'm not sure. We'll find out in a couple of days, but might be a good unit to get a couple of copies of. Hopefully, what I'm going to get at is all non-whales shouldn't really be looking at these dragons for reasons that you might not expect. But between tickets... we'll get a couple for logins, I think, hopefully. Sometimes that's a little different for login tickets when there's 2 banners out at once. They may each get their own login bonus, who knows. Does it say? But hopefully between tact points and maybe doing the paid once only, they're both good enough units for the paid once only. Hopefully you get a couple copies of that A rank. I think it's good to get 2 copies of it. The second and fourth will be important too for the resistances, of course. Let me see. Yeah, so day 1 we'll get it says just 1 login bonus, which is fairly obvious. It could have 2 types of tickets on it. But I don't really have the time to go over everything. It's going to be fairly obvious. It's using a lot of new terms and things. There's maps and figs and all this. Figs are just the event currency, I think. There's going to be a farmable S rank. It's going to be a whole bunch of stuff. Surprise, surprise, there's going to be a shop. So there's going to be tickets for everything in there. Eventually, it's going to be added to 1 orb, of course, because why not? Why have more than 1 orb? There's, 18 different S ranks being added in this event. And I'm not even exaggerating. I picked that number for everything. Barely an exaggeration. 80,000 gold probably is going to get split up between the parts. And then the maps. I don't know how the maps work, but you can buy a few in the shop. It's a standard shop, guys. It's got some of the event things in here. I don't know how the maps work. I'm sure it will be fairly obvious, but I'm not going to try to guess here. Also, I'm not going to go over the dragons because their information is in the game, and it's fairly obvious. Kind of the main point of this video is I'm going to go over the... so in Japan it was Elgios. From what I understand, this unit is called Corvus. You got, regular Corvus and Fallen Angel Corvus. I have heard that these units are good, and I just kind of took the community on their word for it, because I didn't really know or care. And this is my first time looking in depth at these units, and here's why I'm making this video now, before the dragons come out, before the 1.5 should start either next Thursday or the Thursday after. So like the 6th? Is the 6th next Thursday? Or the one after? It'll be one of those Thursdays. Assuming it starts on a Thursday. Celebrations are a little different from events. Anywho, I think the 48-hour banners are a trap. Not like designed for it, but I mean just functionally with DQ9 out. Guys, I love going for value. Getting, guaranteed S's, especially for... I mean, you can get guaranteed S ranks out of a... It's supposed to only be those 14 pool units in the S rank pool. So a guaranteed spotlight unit for 6,000 gems 7 times, and then, at the 5th stamp as well 7 times. I mean, that's 105,000 gems in total, but you can get 7 guaranteed spotlight units from the last 6 months for 42,000 gems. That's amazing. And I think it is a trap because of power creep and just how godly amazing these Corvus units are. I'm going to look at this. I think this one is more exciting. This is Fallen Angel Corvus. I think that'll be the name here. This is actually the last one to release, I think. This is 4 movement, and it is 65 weight. Okay, it's a Dark Lord. They're giving it a 10 out of 10. No surprise there. The other Corvus gets a 9.9, I think, just because this one is out. All right, so let's look at the Awakening perk first. You may have just saw in that little section here. Awakening 1 gives it Dual Magus's evasion. Increases dodge rate by 100% for the first 3 turns at the start of battle. Just like Dual Magus. The third Awakening, if you can get that, is it increases attack power for 1 turn when you attack. Now this is somebody. I think it was Pack Demon had to school me on this because it just didn't occur to me that the new Hybrid, Hybrid has something like this where you get the one turn buff, but if you hit multiple targets with an attack, you'll get, double or triple buffed. So that's how it works on this one. If you just hit one thing, you'll get one stage of the buff for next turn, but if you use one of your AoE attacks to hit 2 or 3 units, then you will be triple buff for next turn. So that's the third awakening. Now that's a really good awakening, but also, personally, I'm a Blitzkrieg type player in Arena. Not that I'm very good, so you should take any Arena advice from me with a grain of salt, but an attack buff on turn 2 has significantly less, and I don't think anybody would argue with me here. Not no value, but significantly less value than a turn 1 buff. Turn 1 buff compared to a turn 2 buff, worlds of difference. Still very good, though. Obviously, in PvE, this guy is going to have amazing utility. But okay, so his first ability, just one range, makes one enemy paralyzed with high probability. So that should be often. I think that's 60% chance. This is a powerful unit. You're probably going to want to be doing damage with them, but that is nothing to sneeze at there. Alright, Fallen Angel Blow. I don't know why I say the names. They're probably going to be just something different, although these sound good. This is a range front, so this is I think this is going to be like gosh, what is it? This might be like King She Slime. I'm not sure. Or it's going to push or pull them. I'm not sure how it works, but it's doing physical damage. So 240% to Dark Lord types and 360% physical potency to others. I think that is how I heard that it works. So it is going to be weaker against the 65-point units, the Dark Lords. So it depends on the team that you're going against. This guy is obviously going to have some utility in PvE, but he screams Arena. And then Catastrophe, range 1. Again, physical damage. 43% on enemies within range 8 times. So this could hit more than one thing. And I think this will also... Yeah, this should... his third awakening, if you can get that. Which, again, is a very strong thing, but I don't think is necessary for Arena. It will help you in Arena, but I don't think that you need it for Arena, because turn 2 is cleanup, in my opinion. If turn 2 isn't just cleanup for you, I think you screwed up. But that's just me. Again, I don't like Arena that much. I try for guild versus guild. So, inflicts random, this is, I think this is Sizz damage. Sizz damage 8 times and rarely lowers defense for 3 turns. So, that can apply multiple times. So, it's only rare, that's a 20% chance, but you're hitting 8 times. So yeah, 8 times 43, that's 364. That's a very powerful hit. And Sizz damage is still not super common, so very happy to see that. Now, this translation doesn't denote this at all, but in these strong points, we'll see. Okay, obviously, the dodge rate is a big one. So this is about his Catastrophe skill. And it says, although, let me see. The last line here is what I'm getting at. It. Since it is a must, it is also excellent to be able to neutralize the characteristics of Dual Magus and Arena that increases the Mikashi rate. I'm going to say the evasion rate. I'm not sure if this has something that says it can't miss. That's what I'm getting from this. It may have... Sorry, there are probably a lot of players in that are very active with JP players and stuff that are like, how do you not know this, Chase Games? Because I don't talk to any of those nerds. Anyway, I think that it might have some kind of hidden's not the right word, some ability to hit evasion units that I'm not sure of. Either way, this guy is going to be broken. So you definitely want to get at least one copy of this. Again, the third awakening is great, but I don't think it's like you need to have it for Arena. And then this is Fallen Angel, just regular Corvus. Again, I didn't play DQ9, so I don't know. This is another 65-point unit, only 2 HP, 2 movement. Yeah, this guy is a caster, and I mentioned before they gave him a 9.9, and I think that's only because Fallen Angel Corvus is just stupid. But this guy, I think I need to go for both. I've got enough for pity on one. I think this might get me to blow some gems. Blow some money on gems just chasing these guys, because I think that you really, if it's within your abilities, I think that you want each of these units. Alright, so his abilities, this one is actually important, maybe not for Arena, but Angel's Protection. Reduces damage you receive by 50% for 1 turn, and increases spell power and effect for 3 turns. I think that's a 15% buff. I'm not sure. Alright, Psycho Burst, 1 to 3 range, causes a large amount of... So I think this is Psy Cannon, but... and reduces spell resistance for 3 turns with a high probability. So that's often reduces spell resistance. So that's actually pretty useful. A lot of times things like this are just rare or occasionally. So it's probably going to do more damage than Psy Cannon. I can't say for sure, but that's type neutral, which I remember back in the day I underestimated on Zoma. I didn't think it would be that big a deal, but being able to do some type neutral, some large type neutral damage is a pretty big deal. And then he's got double Kaswoosh. I don't know if that's what they'll call it, but dual Kaswoosh. It says that it inflicts 2 buggy spell damage on all enemies with range. It's got the standard range of Kaswoosh, so I think it's just Kaswoosh twice, which is going to be powerful. His leader effect is spell power by 15%. It's a good leader skill. By the way, Corvus's leader, Fallen Angel Corvus, was 20% Sizz physical, I believe. And then his awakening skills, this is where this guy gets really interesting. No, actually, he doesn't even need the awake. Okay, so his first awakening is increases defense, movement, and spell resistance for 3 turns at the start of odd-numbered turns, up to 10. So this is going to improve on his one of his basic characteristics that I skipped over. I'm going to go to. It's not completely necessary, but it's going to... His first awakening is obviously very important. Although if you've got to choose between him and Fallen Angel, you like shards, obviously you need Fallen Angel Corvus's first awakening much more. The third awakening increases spell power and effect for 3 turns at the start of action for even turns up to turn 10. So again, this is actually just like Fallen Angel. Very useful, but for Arena, it is nice, not necessary. Because again, just turn 2 is cleanup. But alright, so yes, this is his characteristic, Angel's Reason. So again, this is not an awakening. This is a basic characteristic, or character, yeah, whatever they call it. At the beginning of battle, negate the damage of your maximum HP 30% or less for 10 turns. So he gets to negate 30% of his max HP for 10 turns. I think that's every attack. I don't know what it says at the beginning of battle. Let me read what they say up here. Yeah, so I don't. All right, so I don't know if this is like a one-time shield of 30% of your maximum HP, or if it is every attack. I don't. All right, I thought it was every attack. Either like as far as arena goes, that even once only is uh pretty awesome, because it might not be, in some situations that wouldn't be as good as a large heal, but also your potential of being one shot is much less. Yeah, so we'll have to find out. I didn't even think about the possibility of it not being every time, so I don't know if that's a one-time negation or not. That would be pretty broken. But it says he can become a pseudo invincible character, so I think it might be every time. Either way, this guy is gonna be very strong. And again, it's not the flashiest attack, but double swoosh with a. I mean, this guy is the new Zoma. It looks like. Yeah, like I think that's basically the level of broken he's gonna be. Like when Zoma came out and was just the best unit by far. Well, he won't be the. I think Fallen Angel is better, but like this is kind of what I'm seeing. Like he's going to be the ultimate caster. Yeah, keep in mind that his Psycho Burst will affect if you do this double swoosh next turn. It's going to make it stronger. Although you're probably better just doing double swoosh twice, but depends. Anyway, yeah, that's that. So, I'm stammering a lot and going on, trying to point things out. I'm not going to go over like their elements and statuses and resistances. Sorry, I just I got to get to sleep and stuff. But hopefully, I've like portrayed that like these guys are just stupid. I really like. This is a game. Have fun. Do you? If you like need to get like your copies of like Adult Terry or Vera or Duel and Seraphy. If you don't have Seraphy and Duel, you still want to try to at least throw 6,000 gems on their 48-hour banners, I think. But these guys, there's so many. I was talking the other day. There's so many units that you need to skip to save up for celebration banners, for the new big dick gotta have it unit. These are it. These are both non-skips, I think. And if you're free to play, if you can't spend gems or if you can't buy gems, I think it's got to be Fallen Angel first. He will be the last one to come out, but I'm sure they'll be up for a while. And then Corvus is also an amazing thing. If you're a light spender, if you ever do paid once onlys, this is probably the time. There's also a whole other unit out, Dark Emperor something. He's very good, but like I just don't think he hangs with the Corvuses, and I'd probably rather have Grey Gnarl. Dude, he does. I don't know. He works with curses. He does Zam damage. I don't even want to bother going over him because I'm sure you would be very, very happy to get him. You can just pause on some of this stuff if you're interested. He like has an effect when he dies. He like puts a curse on something. I don't know if it's like curse status or something else, but yeah. Again, he's only for whales. Like, if you do the paid once only and you get them, great. But like, dude, I don't even know how you would have an orb for this guy. Like, there's so much stuff coming out. Oh, and I don't remember whose banner this is on. There's an A rank heal slime coming out. He's one of the banner units, but there's 4 different banners coming out. I don't know if anything but the dragons are sharing A's, but I just wanted to look at this guy really quick. He has a first awakening skill that well, first of all, let's go. He has I think this is oomph. Okay, then he's got a physical surrounding one whoosh physical skill, which I'm sure is something you never ever want to use on this guy because he's very weak defensively. He has they call it Beoim. Greatly recovers the HP of one unit. This is Great Heal. This is the same spell as Nera, so this is stronger than Mid Heal. I don't know if this guy is going to have the wisdom to back that up, but yeah, and then so look here, one awakening automatically recovers HP. So when, let's just read it down here. If your allies are in a position to recover when they are attacked by an enemy and their HP drops below 50%, recover with Great Heal up to 3 times in battle. So yeah, if they are in range, like if they're in within 2 squares of you, and an attack puts them below 50% HP, you use Great Heal on them. That's kind of a big deal. Third Awakening is rare MP recovery. Could be, you're not gonna want to use this guy in long fights, but maybe there could be a situation. Max HP plus 30 on 5th, cool. I could see this guy really shining in Guild versus Guild. And you're like, no, I mean, Seraphie is much better. Yes, Seraphie is better, for the most part. If you've got 35 points, and maybe you're doing some kind of cover combo, put this guy next to a Diamond Slime. A Diamond Slime in Guild versus Guild. You have this guy next to him. Let me see. This is not a once only per ally. It can be the same ally 3 times, I believe. This guy next to a cover tank may actually be, in a short battle like a GVG, he may actually be significantly better than Seraphie. Maybe that's more far-fetched than I'm making it out to be, but I can see this guy, again, in a 2 to 3 turn battle in something very short, with a cover tank, especially. This guy might be really, really amazing, so hopefully you get lucky and pick up a copy or 2 of this guy with tickets. If you get 1 copy of him, do not be at the end of it if you haven't gotten another one. This is the kind of thing where I would say don't be afraid to throw 30 slime fragments on. If you're going to use it. If it's going to sit in your box, don't bother. But alright, guys, that's it. Again, I'm not going to try to go over everything in here in the event because I just don't really understand it. A lot of it is in the in-game news. It'll probably explain it better than me, and you know, there's a lot of new terms, a lot of new items, and it's probably going to work 90% exactly the same as other events, and it's just confusing now because they're using different terms for items. You know, something is basically going to be the same as keys in other events, so guys, good luck, and please let me know in the comments. First of all, if I was wrong about any of the abilities on the units, let me know. Let me know what you think about the trap. Isn't the right term exactly, but like functionally, I think knowing what we know is coming up with these DQ9 units. Let me know if you agree with me. Are the 48-hour banners a trap? Yeah, I don't think it's like intentional, but yeah, I think you got to skip the 48s, guys. All right. Either way, good luck. Let me know, and I'll see you soon, guys.